potential terrorists can be identified and neutralized swiftly.
Hello, it's Tom of Digital Foundry, and welcome to The Revolution. Developed by Dambuster Studios over the last 4 years, Homefront The Revolution actually has a lot going for it on the surface.
How long till he's due?
5 minutes.
It's got an open world with dynamic weather, lighting is standout thanks to its CryEngine tech, and motion capture is also excellent. But from the very first scene, frame rates on PS4 and Xbox One do leave a lot to be desired, with lurches to 20 FPS and under making it hard to enjoy. And it's a shame because there's really a decent game underneath its technical troubles. Now we're running both on the very latest patch available, which in PS4's case is listed as version 1.2. It doesn't take long to realise that performance is seriously struggling on both though, and that surprisingly, Xbox One is always ahead in matching tests. From the very first scene we get an Xbox One lead by an average of 3 frames per second, which bears out for actual gameplay too. It's rare to see a divide like this, and it gets worse in this scene, with PS4 dropping to just 15 frames per second, while Xbox One hits 16 frames per second just as alpha effects kick in. And the bad news is, this isn't a one-off. Even walking through the main Elm Tree City causes frame rates to stick to the 20 to 25 FPS range on each. Again, Xbox One takes point, but not only does PS4 fall behind in frame rate, but it also has tearing to the top of the screen. It's a drop in VSync that doesn't manifest on Xbox One, another sign of compromise on Sony's machine we just didn't expect. On the flip side, PS4 has one obvious advantage in image quality. You get a native 1080p on PS4, but Xbox One settles for a more expected 900p resolution. In these tests, we're also enabling the in-game temporal AA option, an optional mode you can access in the visual settings menu that comes at no extra cost to performance. But this 1080p versus 900p divide in resolution only goes so far to explain Xbox One's frame rate lead. With CryEngine simulating weather and time of day, plus plenty of AI and physics on show, Xbox One's slightly higher CPU clocks will give it some degree of a boost, and it explains why we see the advantage even while moving through relatively barren industrial areas.
Data, this is Parrish. What's the situation? You reached the transceiver yet?
Parrish, we hit trouble. Had to split up. One of us.
Out of the two consoles, Xbox One definitely has the smoother experience, but it's hard to recommend either when frame rate spends so long in the mid-20s and sometimes lower.
Brady, these strongholds are imposing, but we think we figured out some ways to get inside.
Now there's one more big issue we've got to address. Homefront The Revolution's checkpoint system has some serious issues. Essentially, every time the game autosaves, the entire experience grinds to a halt for 5 to 10 seconds, something we get on both consoles. This wouldn't be such a huge problem except it autosaves so frequently, whether that's after buying a new gun, accepting a new mission, or simply moving to a new area. The length of freezing varies, but it's another major roadblock to really enjoying the experience.
Try not to die.
To be fair, there are stretches of play which do run at 30 FPS, but even in this case there's a problem in that PS4 and Xbox One produce frame time spikes to 16 milliseconds, flicking the frame rate count to 31 FPS. In other words, neither version really feels smooth even when they hit a performance ceiling. It's a frame pacing issue that should be easy to address with a patch, but right now causes motion to feel erratic. Anyway, the lasting impression is this: Homefront The Revolution is a fine game with some great tech, but it's seriously let down by its optimization on console. If you're interested in giving it a go, we suspect PC is the one to try, something we'll be testing in due course.
Okay.
For now though, that's all we've got. If you found this analysis useful, please do like and subscribe, and until next time, thanks for watching.